My beloved soul, I come to you tonight with urgency, with fire, with trembling wings that beat against the silence of your room, for I have been commanded to deliver a message that cannot wait until morning, a message that is not meant to frighten you but to awaken you, because what is about to unfold within the walls of your house tonight will be a turning point for your destiny, and whether you realize it or not, the heavens have been preparing this moment for a long time. Your prayers, your tears, your cries that no one heard were gathered by the hands of angels and carried before the throne of God, and now the answer is being released. But you must listen carefully, for this is not an ordinary night. This is a divine visitation, a stirring of the unseen world within your home. In just 2 minutes' time from when your heart truly receives these words, a shift will begin. A holy presence will enter your house, and the spiritual atmosphere will not remain the same. For too long darkness has tried to dwell among your walls, sadness has tried to sit at your table, fear has tried to sleep in your bed, and despair has whispered in your ears. But tonight the Lord has decreed enough, and He has sent me, Michael, His warrior messenger, to sound the alarm and to bring the light of heaven into your dwelling and to chase away what has tormented you for far too long. So hear me, child, because your house is about to become a battlefield of light and shadow, and the outcome will depend on whether you open your heart and receive what I am about to pour into you tonight. Do not fear, because the power that walks with me is greater than every shadow that has tried to swallow you. Do not close your ears, because what I am speaking to you is the very breath of heaven longing to fall upon you like fire. This moment is holy, and you must understand that the visitation of God is never casual. It is purposeful, it is urgent, and it comes like a rushing wind to those who have been longing for release. And you have been longing, you have been aching, you have been waiting for a sign, and tonight your sign comes with wings. Tonight your sign comes with a flame. In just 2 minutes, when you surrender your doubt and lift your heart upward, you will feel it, the shift, the tremor, the wind, the weight of the holy presence filling your house like a river rushing through locked doors and closed windows. You may not see with your eyes, but your spirit will know, your soul will tremble, and tears may flow, because when heaven touches earth, no one remains the same. I tell you, tonight is not ordinary. Tonight is prophetic. Tonight is the night God marks your dwelling as His sanctuary. Tonight is the night you will remember for the rest of your life, because this is when the chains begin to break, and the curses that have stalked your family will be shattered, and the cycle of pain that seemed endless will be interrupted, and the enemies that have laughed at you will flee in confusion. Because heaven has declared your home as a place of victory. O beloved child, you think it coincidence that you hear these words right now. You think it is by chance that this message reached you, but nothing of heaven is coincidence. Everything is ordained, and tonight heaven is knocking at your door with fire in its voice and glory in its hand. In just 2 minutes' time, something will move in your house, something will break, something will shift, something unseen yet undeniable, and it will be the evidence that God has not abandoned you, and that your cries have reached His ears. Though you thought you were forgotten, He has carved your name on His palm. Though you thought your house was cursed, He has marked it with His blood. Though you thought your prayers were too weak, they have risen like incense before His throne. So now, child, prepare your heart for the visitation, prepare your spirit for the encounter, for I, Michael, do not come to bring empty words, but to bring a sword of light, to cut away the ropes that held you captive, to bring a shield to protect you from what has been hunting you, to bring a trumpet to announce to every dark spirit that their time in your home has ended, their power is stripped, their plans are overturned, their reign is broken. And as this moment unfolds in your house, you will feel a strange stirring, you will sense the air change, you will notice the silence of heaven pressing against your chest, and the very ground beneath your feet will feel alive, because the King of Glory is walking through your walls to lay claim to his child and his dwelling. And I am telling you to not be afraid, because this is the answer you asked for, even if you did not know how it would come. Tonight is your visitation, tonight is your release, tonight is your deliverance. And I will not leave until the work is done, I will not leave until the shadows have fled, I will not leave until your spirit stands in peace, I will not leave until the blood of Christ covers your doorposts and declares this house untouchable. Beloved, hear me clearly when I say that you are not imagining the heaviness that has lingered in your home, you are not imagining the strange sense that something unseen watches you at night, you are not imagining the constant weight of anxiety that fills your chest when you try to rest. These are not illusions, they are spiritual battles waged against your peace. But God has sent me tonight to turn your house into holy ground, to declare war on what has sought to destroy you, to bring the fire of heaven into the corners of your dwelling, and to light a lamp that will never again be put out. And when the night is over, when dawn breaks, you will feel it, you will know something has changed, your soul will rest lighter, your sleep will not be troubled, and a peace like you have not known in years will settle upon your bed. This is what will happen in your house tonight, and I am here to make sure it is done. In just 2 minutes the shift will begin, in just 2 minutes the battle will break out, in just 2 minutes your miracle will enter through your walls. So lift your heart, beloved, because the time has come. Heaven is here, and the message is being fulfilled before your very eyes. Beloved soul, the countdown has already begun, the stirring of wings has already brushed past your spirit, and though your mind may still doubt, your heart already feels it, that something is near, that something is about to change. And I tell you again, do not resist, for heaven never enters to destroy you, it enters to save you, it enters to awaken you, it enters to strengthen you. And this night is chosen, this house is chosen, you are chosen, and I need you to realize the depth of what is happening, because the shadows that have haunted your bloodline for generations are trembling even now, because they know the presence of God is approaching, and they cannot stand, they cannot stay, they cannot survive in the light that is coming into your walls tonight. In just moments a whisper will sweep through your house, and though no one else may hear it, your spirit will know it is the whisper of God saying, peace be still, peace be still to the storms raging in your mind, peace be still to the battles that have worn out your heart, peace be still to the sleepless nights that have drained your soul. And when that whisper comes, it will be like oil poured on fire. The flames of anxiety will die, the smoke of confusion will lift, and clarity will settle over you like a blanket. And suddenly the things that made no sense will start to align, the unanswered questions will no longer torture you, the hopelessness will no longer chain you, because the one who is greater than the darkness will be standing in your house. I tell you tonight, there is a visitation that carries weight, it carries fire, it carries healing, and you must understand that what happens in your house tonight is not just about you, it is about your children, your family, your future generations. Because when heaven marks a house, it is not only the present that is changed, but the entire bloodline. The chains of your fathers will break, the curses spoken over your family will shatter, the patterns that repeated through history will be stopped at your doorway, because God has said enough and has sent me to make war against what held your family in captivity for far too long. The time is over, the chains are broken, the blood of the Lamb has spoken, and tonight I remind you that you are not forgotten and you are not weak. For though you may feel small, though you may feel tired, though you may feel unworthy, heaven has chosen you to be the one through whom light will break forth in this place. And though the enemy tried to silence you with fear, heaven has raised you with fire. So do not be afraid if you feel a stirring in your spirit. Do not be afraid if the air feels heavy, for it is only the breaking of chains, it is only the trembling of darkness as it is cast out. Do not be afraid if your eyes water without reason, it is the rivers of heaven washing through you, cleansing your soul, purifying your heart. For the presence that comes tonight is holy, and holy presence always brings tears, because it softens the hardest walls and melts the coldest hearts. Beloved, I have been sent with urgency because there are things in motion tonight that cannot wait until tomorrow, destinies that must be unlocked, chains that must be broken, doors that must be opened, and the enemy knows this, and that is why he has tried so hard to distract you, tried to drown you in despair, tried to convince you that nothing will ever change. But I tell you, he is a liar, and tonight his lies are shattered, tonight his grip is loosened. Tonight his power is stripped, because heaven has entered this battlefield, and the victory belongs to you, not because of your strength, but because the one who fights for you has never lost a battle. So now, child, prepare your heart, let go of the fear, open your spirit, and simply say yes. Say yes to the light, say yes to the change, say yes to the fire that is about to enter your house, because in just 2 minutes' time the wind will sweep through and the evidence will be undeniable. You will know, you will feel, you will see the invisible hand of God moving furniture in the unseen, shifting walls in the spirit realm, drawing lines of fire around your home and declaring no trespassing to every force of evil that once thought it could rest here. Beloved, do you feel it, the stirring already building inside you, the quickening in your chest that is not fear but expectation? Do you sense the atmosphere bending around you? This is the sign, this is the sound, this is the proof that you are not alone. Heaven is in your house tonight, heaven is in your room tonight, heaven is in your very breath tonight, and this night will not end the same way it began, because by dawn the victory will be sealed, the fire will remain, and the shadows will have no place to return. Beloved, the hour is thick with mystery, and though you sit in silence, your spirit already knows something is drawing near. And I tell you, do not mistake this feeling for ordinary emotion. It is the trembling of eternity pressing against the walls of time. It is the weight of heaven bending low into your house. And I need you to understand that what is unfolding tonight is not just an answer to prayer, but a holy decree, a declaration from the throne. That enough is enough, no more nights of torment, no more silent tears falling onto your pillow, no more fear gripping your chest in the dark hours. For the Lord of hosts has stood and said, this house belongs to me, this soul belongs to me, and this family will not be devoured by the plans of the enemy any longer. So beloved, hold on tightly, because the wind of change is about to sweep in, and though you cannot see the angels gathered, they are here, their wings are brushing against the corners of your rooms, their swords are drawn, their eyes are fixed on the shadows that lurk, waiting for one more chance. But I tell you, their chance is gone, their power is broken, because heaven has sent its army to guard you tonight, and I, Michael, have been commanded to lead this battle within your walls. So do not think that what happens tonight is small, do not think it is only for a moment, it is eternal, it is generational, it is divine, and as the presence enters you will feel the trembling, not to harm you but to remind you that the King of Glory is mighty, and when He walks into a house, even the walls bow, even the air sings, even the silence trembles, and your spirit will know you are not alone anymore. Tonight, I tell you, chains you could not see will snap. You will feel the release like a breath you did not know you were holding finally let go. Tonight, voices that whispered lies into your mind will go silent. You will notice the thoughts that tormented you simply fade away. Tonight, heaviness in your chest will lift, and you will know the hand of heaven has brushed across your heart and replaced it with peace. And I tell you, beloved, once peace enters, it does not leave, because it is sealed with the blood of Christ, and no darkness can steal what is sealed. So be still, be ready for the encounter, because in just 2 minutes the flame will fall. It will move room to room, it will search every corner, it will drive out what has been hiding, and it will mark every space with glory. And though you may not see with your eyes, your spirit will recognize the holiness, for you will feel warmth, you will feel light, you will feel love, and you will feel protection like you have not felt in years. This is not imagination, this is not wishful thinking, this is fulfillment. Tonight you will see the evidence, tonight you will breathe the difference, tonight you will know that heaven has remembered your address. Beloved child, even as these words fall into your spirit, I see the shadows pacing in restlessness, because they know their time is short, and I see the angels standing taller, their armor blazing with light, for they know their moment of victory is near. And I want you to understand this truth tonight: your home has been under watch. Heaven has not been distant, heaven has been near, waiting for this appointed hour, waiting for the command. And tonight the command has been spoken, and I, Michael, am here not only to warn you, but to shield you, to fight for you, to awaken you to the greatness of the God who has never abandoned you. Though you thought he was silent, though you thought he was absent, he was always near, and tonight he proves it to you with fire, with wind, with trembling glory that cannot be denied. And as the minutes pass, you will begin to sense movement within your walls. You may feel the sudden urge to pray, you may feel warmth covering your skin, you may hear a quietness that feels alive. These are signs, beloved, that the heavenly realm has descended into your dwelling tonight, and it is not only to deliver you but to establish a covenant over your home that darkness will not trespass again. For too long you lived with doors open in the spirit, doors you did not even know existed, doors opened by pain, by fear, by words spoken against you, by wounds you carried. But tonight those doors are being sealed by the blood of the Lamb. Tonight, every passageway where darkness tried to crawl in is being shut with light. Tonight your house is being fortified in the Spirit, and a banner is being raised over your roof declaring this home belongs to the Lord. So do not fear when you feel the shift, do not fear if the atmosphere feels heavy for a moment, because heaviness comes just before the break of freedom. The battle shakes the walls, but peace comes after, and I tell you, by the time the dawn breaks you will stand in a new season. You will wake with a freedom you cannot explain. You will walk through your rooms and sense that something is missing, and that missing thing will be the weight that once crushed you, the fear that once followed you, the despair that once lingered every morning. It will be gone, because tonight heaven fights and heaven wins on your behalf. Beloved, you are precious in the sight of God, and though the enemy tried to convince you that you were overlooked, tonight proves you were chosen for. He does not send his archangel without reason, he does not release his glory without purpose, and his purpose tonight is you, to restore you, to protect you, to crown you with peace, to mark your house with light, and to prepare you for the days to come. Beloved soul, I see your spirit leaning closer now. I see your heart beginning to open like a flower touched by light, because you are beginning to realize that what I say is not imagination, it is revelation. It is the voice of heaven calling you to Prepare, and I need you to know that preparation does not require perfection, it only requires surrender, it only requires that you say yes to what is unfolding in your house tonight, for in just 2 minutes the line will be drawn between the old and the new, and you will feel it as clear as the difference between night and dawn. For too long the shadows have lied to you, whispering that nothing will change, that the same cycles will repeat, that you are trapped in a story written by despair. But I tell you this night, the author of creation rewrites your story. This night the power of God steps into your script and declares a new chapter begins now, and no enemy, no curse, no pain can stop what He has decreed for you tonight. And though you may hear the echoes of fear in your mind, I tell you, silence them, for they are weak compared to the roar of heaven, and I will roar on your behalf, and every dark spirit will flee, because they know the name I carry, the name above every name, the name of Jesus the Christ, and I am here under His authority to make sure your victory is sealed. Beloved, as the fire enters your home, you will notice it not with flames that burn, but with warmth that heals, with peace that surrounds, with joy that surprises you. And I tell you, laughter will return to your house, the sound of freedom will return to your house, the light that was stolen will shine again, and you will walk from room to room and sense the change, because every space will carry a different weight. The air will no longer press against you but lift you. The silence will no longer feel empty but alive, because the Spirit of God will remain. And I need you to know this is not a visitation that passes, this is a transformation that stays. Heaven has chosen your house as a dwelling place, and when God marks a place, it is holy forever. So beloved, open your spirit, lift your heart, and know that what is about to unfold in just 2 minutes will be undeniable, unstoppable, unshakable, and you will remember this night for the rest of your days as the night heaven came home. Beloved, hear me clearly. The reason heaven chose this night is because your prayers have reached their fullness, like a cup that has overflowed before the throne of God, and now the answer cannot be delayed any longer. The reason you feel such intensity stirring inside you is because eternity is colliding with time, and your house has become the altar where this holy collision is unfolding. And I tell you, even the walls of your dwelling will remember this night, even the ground beneath your feet will carry the imprint of heaven's touch, because when God chooses a place, it is forever marked in the spirit realm, and no demon, no curse, no darkness will be able to unmark what God has sealed tonight. I am here to declare that what once brought fear into your dreams will no longer have power, for your dreams will now carry visions of light. What once whispered lies into your mind will now be silenced by the voice of peace. What once made you wake with dread will be replaced with mornings clothed in joy. For tonight the shift is permanent, the transformation is unbreakable, the fire is eternal, and though the battle has been long, the victory is sure. Beloved, I remind you that this moment is not to scare you but to awaken you, not to burden you but to free you. For too long the weight on your shoulders has pressed you into silence, but tonight that weight is lifted by angelic hands. Tonight that burden is torn away and cast into the fire, because you were never meant to carry it alone. You were never meant to live under constant heaviness. Heaven has come to prove to you that you are seen, that you are loved, that you are guarded, and that your future is not doomed but blessed. So when the stirring begins, do not run from it, embrace it. When the presence fills your room, do not resist it, welcome it. When the tears fall uninvited, let them flow, for they are the rivers of heaven, cleansing your heart and making room for peace. This is holy, beloved, this is divine, this is the proof that your cries never fell to the ground unheard but rose like smoke and touched the heart of the Almighty. And tonight the Almighty responds through me, His messenger, with fire, with light, with glory, and with a promise that this house is His, this family is His, this soul is His forever. Beloved child, the sound of heaven is already gathering around you. Though you may not hear it with your ears, your spirit is catching it like a vibration in the air, a rhythm that your soul recognizes, because it is the sound of freedom approaching. It is the sound of chains snapping in the unseen realm. It is the sound of doors unlocking that were bolted shut for years, and it is the sound of angels singing as they march into your dwelling with victory. Already written across their wings. Tonight is not about chance. Tonight is about destiny, and I need you to grasp that destiny is not far away in some unreachable future. Destiny is here in your house right now, because the King of Glory has declared it so, and what He declares no man, no enemy, no curse can overturn. Tonight the light will expose what has been hiding in the shadows, the hidden fears, the unspoken griefs, the silent torments. All of them will come into the open, and as they do, they will lose their power, for darkness has no strength once it is exposed to the light. And I tell you, beloved, even now the shadows are trembling, because they know they cannot stay. They know their time is finished. They know the authority of heaven has arrived, and I am here to enforce it. I am here to stand at the threshold of your home like a warrior and say, no more, no more entry, no more torment, no more stealing of peace, no more sleepless nights, no more despair wrapping its claws around your heart. No more lies spoken into your ears, only truth, only freedom, only the song of heaven rising through your house like incense. Beloved, do you feel it? The heaviness is already beginning to lift like clouds pulled back by the wind. Your heart is already beginning to sense hope breaking in like light through curtains at dawn, and this is only the beginning, for the fullness is yet to come. In just 2 minutes you will feel the undeniable weight of glory pressing in, not to crush you but to cover you, not to harm you but to heal you, not to silence you but to awaken you. And when it comes, you will know this night is holy. You will know this night is written in heaven's record as the turning point of your life, and your house will never again be the same. Beloved, the moment has come. The very reason heaven has pressed into your home tonight is unfolding even now, and though your eyes may not see the armies gathered, your spirit already knows they are here. I tell you, the battle is finished before it began, because the name of Jesus has already won, and I, Michael, stand as witness that this house is now marked by His blood, sealed by His promise, guarded by His angels, and no force of darkness will dare return again. Tonight the line has been drawn. Tonight the chains are shattered. Tonight the peace of God has entered your walls and will not depart. You will rise tomorrow morning and feel the difference. You will sense the air lighter. You will feel your heart freer. You will walk through your rooms and know something invisible yet undeniable has changed, and that change is heaven's gift to you. Tonight the fear that used to sit beside you has been cast out. The despair that whispered in your ear has been silenced. The heaviness that drained your strength has been lifted, and the shadows that claimed your family have been defeated. For this house is now holy ground. This family is now under divine protection. This soul is now crowned with light. And beloved, you will see in the days ahead how every prayer you thought forgotten has been answered, how every tear you thought wasted has been gathered, how every hope you thought lost has been restored, because tonight heaven touched earth in your house, and when heaven touches earth, nothing remains the same. So I leave you not with fear but with peace, not with burden but with freedom, not with uncertainty but with assurance that the Lord of hosts has remembered you, the King of glory has entered your dwelling, and the Spirit of God will remain with you forever. Hold this night in your heart, never doubt what has happened here, for this is the proof that you are chosen, this is the evidence that you are loved, this is the promise that you are never alone, beloved. Rise tomorrow with joy, rise tomorrow with strength, rise tomorrow with faith, because tonight heaven has come home to you, and I, Michael, declare it is finished, the battle is won, the victory is yours forever. Amen.